am I going to get to work before it starts raining properly? When do you get an opportunity to think? You think that commuting to work, cycling would be a good time, but I'm usually listening to podcasts, so I'm not thinking about stuff. I'm listening to somebody else talking about stuff, and it's the same if you're driving, I guess, in a car, paying attention to traffic, listening to the radio. When in the day do you get time uninterrupted, undistracted, to freeform think and let your brain solve problems, plan for the future, and join stuff up, huh? Does it still happen these days? Oh, get some hay fever. That's a good sign, isn't it? The daffodils are out for St. David's Day. Hay fever means that spring's coming. Yeah, looks like I did miss the rain, which is nice. Sun's coming out. What I think that I'm thinking is that we struggle to find time to think these days. So when we get up in the morning, we have breakfast, stuff's going on. When we commute to work, we're listening to podcasts or driving. You know, there are things demanding our attention. When we get into work, you have a whole bunch of tasks to do that might require thinking and planning and organising, but your brain is engaged, you're doing something. People come into your office, the day changes, you know what I mean? And then when you get home, you're watching TV, that's occupying your brain, you're watching YouTube. I think most of the time our brain is occupied with something else, and for a lot of us, there's not a lot of time in the day when our brain is occupied by nothing. For me, I think it has always been important for me to have dead space in my day, so that I can solve problems, I can plan for the future, I can let my brain think undistracted, and come up with new ideas and how I might go about things, and reflect on what I have done, things that I've missed, interactions that I've had, things that I should do in the future as a result. Is this like what mindfulness and meditation is? I don't know, because I don't really do either of those things. But I do think having time to think undistracted is really important for me. I've had plantar fasciitis for a few weeks now. Plantar fascia is a bit of connective tissue running from your heel into your foot. Helps tie everything together so you get pain under your heel, just anteriorly to it. I've been really good. I've rested it for almost 3 weeks, which is very unlike me. It's because I'm hoping to go to North Wales and do some mountaineering in a few weeks. So I'm going to give it a test run today. I've picked a soft, firmish, evenish surface. So I'm just going to run out and back again, see how we get on. First 10 metres are fine. It's sore. It's maybe softening up a bit. And this is the issue, is that I don't run with music. I don't run with any distractions. I run out cross country, listening to the world around me, and that's my thinking time. That's when I get to think. So if I'm teaching, I plan my teaching, but when I'm running, I'm adding the detail, thinking about that introduction, sneaking in some jokes. Because I haven't been running regularly, I've noticed that I've lost my thinking time, my free form, uninterrupted, undistracted thinking time. Alright, yeah, pain is lessening off. Only 7 minutes. Good sign though. So with plantar fasciitis, you get loads of little micro tears in the connective tissue. Connective tissues are slow to repair. The cells in there are not very active. You've got to repair all those tears, chuck out those collagens and those extracellular matrix molecules and remodel it, and you know, it's slow. This is Swansea Bay. This is the beach by the city. It's huge. It's the one I cycle past every day when I go to work. I don't run on it very often, so it's quite nice having an excuse. And it's a beautiful morning, I wasn't expecting this. So without distraction, I think my brain is free to wander. I can remember all the things that have been going on this week, all those things I have to do, all those things I have to think about. I can start tying things together, tidying things up. So I've been asked to speak at a couple of conferences this year, and sure, you can sit down in front of your notepad and scribble down some ideas and points and bullet points, but I prefer to stick the idea in my head and then go out and mull it over for a bit and come up with ideas. I think I've come up with some interesting ideas, and then the trick is remembering those ideas when I get back, writing them down and enacting them. But it works for me. I'm always surprised actually how I go for a run in the morning and teach afterwards, and I think I remember all the stuff I was thinking about and planning and put it into the teaching. Of course, if I couldn't remember it, I wouldn't remember if I didn't remember it, would I? Alright, the pain has gone down. It's not on the heel anymore. It's reduced to a minor discomfort under the medial arch. Feels a bit more like a tension discomfort. That's a good sign. Top tip: if you're testing an injury and you're not sure if you're going to have to walk back, overdress so you're nice and warm, so that doesn't put you off deciding to walk back if you need to, so you don't push it and do yourself more injury, right? Alright then, let's not be greedy. That's my 15-16 minutes. I got this far. Right. Now I'm going to run back. Hopefully it'll be okay. I'll decide whether to run in the week or leave it another week.